Yeah. So, we're going to start the Xbox Series X. Set to release on the 10th of November 2020. The Xbox Series X is going to debut at a price of 12,000 Rand, while the Series S, its slightly less powerful compatriot, will be debuting at a price of 7,000 Rand. Key exclusives that are going to be coming out on the Xbox Series X are games like Halo Infinite, Hellblade Senua's Saga, Forza Motorsport 8, and State of Decay 3. One of the major and more advantageous features with the Xbox Series X is that all Xbox One games, select Xbox 360 games, and original Xbox games are all going to be functional on the machine itself. In terms of under the hood, it does feature an 8-core CPU that pushes out 3.8 GHz RAM, running on AMD Zen 2 technology. This ultimately pushes the GPU to 12 teraflops. It has 16 gigabytes of GDR6 DDR RAM, which is basically the latest generation of RAM, and a 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD hard drive. This pushes out resolutions of up to 8K, and you can get up to 120 frames per second. So basically, the machine itself is going to be able to push out some awesome looking visuals. With the new ray tracing technology that's also been implemented, you're going to be getting some incredible lighting, some amazing depth, some incredibly fast loading times, and ultimately a really amazing experience. At the end of the day though, nothing comes without its relative costs. And with the Xbox, our only concern with this generation is the lack of exclusives. Sony have already debuted an incredible number of exclusive and continue to push out more, while Xbox have doled out a fair number, but sadly not as many. While giving you access to your older titles is always an advantage, not every person who buys a new machine or purchases a Series X is looking to play previous generation games. Sometimes we want to see what's new on the floor, and we want to play the more entertaining games. Microsoft have been making interesting moves in the market, acquiring some top-level studios, one being Obsidian as well. That was quite an incredible move. But we still feel that the output recently has been a bit short. While the Game Pass system is still going to be fully functional and probably still going to be a really usable option, my concern is that they may be pushing to piggyback on the previous generation pretty hard. With that being said, it doesn't make the Xbox Series X not per se a good purchase. It just makes me wary about when the investment will truly come to fruition. It may not be immediate, but I have a feeling that Microsoft do have a trick up their sleeve, and with all the recent maneuvers, including the recent purchase of Bethesda, we may actually see some light at the end of the tunnel. So for the Xbox Series X, I give it a strong, solid go for it. It's worth it. And if you want the entry-level version of the Series S, it's only going to set you back in the aspect of not having a Blu-ray drive, but it'll definitely be a worthy investment. So I rate it a 7 out of 10 in terms of investment and worth. And now we move on to the PlayStation 5. Set to release on the 12th of November 2020 internationally and the 19th of November 2020 in South Africa. The PS5 is looking already out of the gates to be the potential winner of this generation. And I already said this won't be about it being a console war, but more about how the generations could potentially now work together. But at the end of the day, competition is still competition, and this is a profit game. The PlayStation 5 will be set to feature an 8-core CPU that can dole out 3.5 GHz on an AMD Zen 2 core processor. The GPU is an AMD RDNA 2 that doles out 10.3 teraflops. As you'll note, that's a little bit less than the Xbox Series X. This also features 16GB GDDR6 latest type RAM, 825GB custom SSD which ultimately is a little smaller than a 1 terabyte, also putting up to 8K resolution, and also giving you 120 frames per second. So off the bat, the Xbox Series X does appear to be the more powerful machine, but that doesn't tend to be the end factor with gamers. As we remember, the Xbox One X is technically the most powerful console out there in the generation, but the PlayStation 4 is the most bought one in this generation, and if the records are currently running, I think potentially of all time. I'll try to verify that information later. The main aspect though, the winning aspect of the PlayStation 5 is the exclusives. Games like Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Zero Dawn 2 Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Solar Ash. They're just incredible titles on the way, and many more, including the Demon's Souls remake, which has definitely got many a Dark Souls fans buzzing, myself included. So when we look at the circumstance, Sony have already started making the moves. They set the groundwork for this generation and ultimately paced ahead, knowing that they could afford to reveal the price late and reveal the console late, simply because they knew they already had all their ammo stored. The exclusives that they're going to be setting out and the ones that are already planned for the future, including God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy 16, GTA 5 remake coming exclusively to the PlayStation 5 and as a freebie for PlayStation Plus users, it just doesn't end. Sony are really turning and offering their customers as much value as they can in their new machines, with also the ability to play a large selection of PS4 Pro optimized titles, giving you potential 8K resolution and ray tracing results, which may upgrade the visuals to a really incredible standard and take your gaming experience all the way to the next level. My bias may be clear. I've been a Sony fanboy for as many years as I can remember, but I still do believe in the potential of both. Games like Fortnite and Ring of Elysium, games like PUBG, have proven that each generation can still work together. I believe at this point, crossplay needs to be the focus here. We already know who's potentially and definitely going to make better games. So why don't they work better on the games that are made for everyone, so we can really connect as a generation? The console wars will definitely never stop, as we're all fanboys and fangirls, of course. I do apologize if I feel like I'm solely focusing on the gens here. But one thing needs to be constantly understood is that there's no point in a war anymore, because there is no battle left. It's already been won. But if you work together, everybody can share in, everybody can enjoy it, everybody can take part in the next generation. Make more affordable, more entry-level games, more affordable machinery. Work together to make this a generation where everybody can enjoy. And that's my piece on it. That's how I personally feel about how the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X should focus on taking on the next generation. With that being said, if you were to ask me, the PlayStation 5, 10 out of 10 recommendation. Any day of the week. If you're a gamer, you're about your smooth results, you're about your beautiful, sleek gaming, you're about everything that really makes this generation work, then you really want to take part in the PlayStation 5. And that's our video, guys. Thanks for taking part. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And yes, to all the Xbox fan people and all the PlayStation fan people, please let me know in the comment section below what you think about my opinions and what opinions you think can be changed. Just generally, I'm always up for a debate, guys. So yeah, please, let's talk and just let me know what you guys are thinking. And until then, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for taking a part with Geek and Freak. Oh, and a quick shout out to Mike Murder Creations and Antonio Toxic Mike Murder for the brand new logo. As you know, it will be featuring in the videos now. And Antonio Toxic for the brand new beats that we're going to be featuring, original music now. So yeah guys, things are going to be growing, and I promise things are going to keep on growing. So please stay with me and stay tuned to Geek Afrique.